So now that you know these basics, you can practice seeing color. And the cool thing is that you don't even have to be painting to do this. Just whenever you're out in your day-to-day life, take note of the colors and ask yourself these questions. Now, something that you can do to make identifying the color easier is to blur your eyes. If you have glasses, you can just take your glasses off, or you can squint your eyes. Just blurring everything is gonna make it easier to pick out colors. And compare colors, ask questions, say, okay, the green in those leaves in the tree are green, but also the grass is green, but they're different greens. What's making them different? Is the grass lighter than the trees? Are the trees warmer? Looking at pavement, what color is that pavement? How would you get that? When you're looking, try and rank how dark certain objects are in your view. Be like, okay, that object's really dark, but it's not nearly as dark as that other object. Color is all relative. That's why a lot of landscape painters, when they're out painting from life, they will put a white cloth out on a stick in front of them to have a reference. So they know what the brightest possible white in their scene can be, and they can compare it. Like, I really wish I would have done that early on, because I remember when I first started painting sand on a beach, I'd make it way too bright. And it wasn't until somebody explained that to me about the white cloth, and I realized, oh, in this beach scene, if I would have put a white seagull on this sand, you wouldn't have been able to see it, because I'd already gone as wide as I can go. And I realized, oh, I need to tone that down, that I wasn't seeing that color correctly. Same thing with clouds. People like to make clouds really bright and white, but think to yourself, what if a white bird flew in front of that cloud? Then what color would you do? Now, a helpful thing to do is isolate a color. You can do this if you get one of those viewfinders. They have a little hole in it, or you can just get an index card, paint it gray, and punch a hole into it. It helps with gray because it's neutral and you can kind of pick out the color easily. If you don't have that, you can just, look through the opening in your hand like this, and that will do a pretty good job. This also works if you're working from photos. You can kind of just isolate that color. And when you just see that color by itself, it makes it a lot easier to know, again, what color to start with out of those 6 that we talked about earlier.